A very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Dr. Ishan Bakshi, Assistant Professor, School of Hospitality, GNA University, Fagwada. So, friends, in the last session, we were studying about the concept of kitchen organization, and in that process, we had completed the topic kitchen hierarchy. After that, we were studying about kitchen layout principles, and we had completed 2 out of 3 kitchen layout principles in the last session. So, let us start from where we had left in the last session. We had talked about the flow of work as the first basic principle of kitchen layout, and after that we had covered hygiene principles in kitchen layout. So we are going to start from the last third principle of the kitchen layout, which is safety principles. So safety is another essential principle as kitchen involves heat, sharp tools and heavy equipment. The layout should provide sufficient space for staff to move freely without bumping into hot surfaces, sharp tools or each other. This reduces the risk of burns, cuts and slips. The equipment and workstation should be designed to reduce strain on staff. Counter heights, shelvings and equipment placement should allow comfortable working positions and easy reach. Cooking areas should have adequate spacing for combustible materials and fire extinguishers. Fire blankets and emergency exits must be easily accessible. Gas cylinders, ovens, and electrical equipment must be placed according to safety regulations with proper ventilation and safety switches to prevent accidents. Floor should be made of non-slip materials to prevent falls, and workstation should be well lit to avoid mishandling of knives, hot liquid, and machinery. Now, let us discuss about the different types of kitchen layouts. So, when it comes to commercial kitchen layouts, the commercial kitchen layouts can be classified as straight line or single line kitchen layout, parallel or galley kitchen layout, L-shaped kitchen layout, U-shaped kitchen layout, and island kitchen layout. So let us discuss about each of this layout in detail. So we'll start from straight line or single line kitchen layout. All kitchen equipment and workstations are arranged in a single straight line along one wall. Now, what are the features of this layout? Simple design, easy to implement in narrow spaces, good for small kitchens or limited spaces. Workstations like cooling, cleaning, and presentation are all in single line. Now, what are the advantages? This setup is efficient for small kitchens and it is easy to supervise and has minimal walking distance. Now, about some disadvantages. So the first disadvantage is that it has limited workspace, and this setup is not suitable for high volume operations. Apart from that, it can lead to congestion if multiple staffs work together. So this layout is best for small commercial kitchens or small restaurants. Now, parallel or galley kitchen layout. In this layout, the workstations are placed along 2 parallel walls with a central aisle in between. It allows multiple staff to work simultaneously, where one wall typically has the cooking equipment and other has the cleaning or preparation stations. The central aisle ensures smooth movement of people around the kitchen. Now, some advantages. Efficient workflow with minimal movement, and this setup is good for medium-sized kitchen and easy separation of clean and dry areas. Disadvantages. Narrow aisles can cause congestion and limited flexibility for large equipment. So this type of setup is best for restaurants or hotels with medium-sized kitchens. Now the third layout is L-shaped kitchen layout. As you can see, the workstations are arranged along 2 adjacent walls forming an L shape. What are its features? It is efficient for corner spaces and good separation between preparation and cooking areas. It also has open floor spaces that allow more freedom of movement. Now, some of the advantages. This setup is flexible and spacious, and it is easy to expand and modify. Apart from that, it reduces the movement between the stations. Disadvantages. This setup is not ideal for very small kitchens. One wall may remain underutilized if not planned properly. And this type of setup is best for medium to large kitchens where flexibility is needed. So the next layout is U-shaped kitchen layout. Workstations are arranged along 3 walls forming a U shape, which can be seen in this picture. It maximizes use of space and clear separation of cooking, preparation and cleaning zones are there. Apart from that, the setup has efficient workflow with minimal walking distance. Advantages. This type of layout is suitable for large kitchens with multiple staff, and it is good for handling high volume operations. It is also easy to supervise and monitor the working of the different members working in the kitchen. Disadvantages. This setup requires sufficient space to prevent crowding. Apart from that, it can be expensive due to more equipment and counters. So this type of layout is best for hotels, banquet kitchens or large restaurants. Now the last layout is island kitchen layout. As you can see, a freestanding workstation or island is placed in the center of the kitchen, and workstations may also be around surrounding walls. Island can be used for preparation, cooking or serving, and it encourages team-based workflow. It can integrate multiple functions in a single space. Now, what are its advantages? It maximizes workspace efficiency, and it is flexible design for multitasking and can serve as a buffet or plating station. Now, its disadvantages: it requires very large kitchens and can disrupt the flow if not planned properly. So basically, this type of layout is best for large commercial kitchens, catering kitchens, and banquet operations. Now, we have completed the topic of kitchen layout and we'll move on to the storage area organization in the kitchen, which is the last part of kitchen organization. So proper storage organization is one of the most critical aspects of kitchen management because it ensures food safety, maintains quality, supports efficiency, and reduces wastage. A well-organized storage system allows kitchen staff to access ingredients easily, reduces the risk of contamination, and ensures smooth workflow. Now, what is the importance of the storage areas? Proper storage ensures that all the ingredients maintain their quality and freshness for longer periods, preventing spoilage. Organized storage reduces the risk of contamination and cross-contamination, thereby enhancing the quality and safety of the food. Efficient storage allows kitchen staff to access ingredients quickly, improving the speed of food preparation and service. Maintaining a systematic storage system helps in controlling cost by reducing wastage and monitoring stock level effectively. A well-maintained storage area ensures compliance with hygiene standards and regulatory requirements. Now, what are the different types of storages? So first of all, we will be studying dry storage. Now, dry storage is used for keeping non-perishable items such as flours, rice, sugar, pulses, canned goods, spices, and packed products. Dry areas must be kept clean, dry, and well ventilated to prevent moisture, mold, and pest infestation. Shelvage in dry storage should be made up of stainless steel or treated wood to ensure durability and hygiene. The first in first out method, also called FIFO in short form method, must be used to rotate stock so that older items are used before new ones. Every item should be labeled clearly with its name and expiry date for easy identification of the food items. Now, cold storage. As the name suggests, cold storage is used for perishable items such as dairy products, fresh fruit, vegetables, meat, poultry, and seafood. All those items that require very low temperature for storage. Refrigerators are used for short-term storage at temperatures between 0 to 5 degrees centigrade to keep ingredients fresh. Walk-in cold rooms are used for bulk storage of perishable items at temperature 0 to 4 degrees centigrade. Freezers are used for long-term storage of items at temperature below minus 18 degrees centigrade. Cold storage areas should have proper shelving with good air circulation and clear segregation of raw and cooked items to prevent cross-contamination. Dry ingredients pantry. The dry ingredient pantry is a specific section within dry storage for frequently used items such as spices, herbs, condiments, and baking essentials. Ingredients in the pantry should be stored in small, labeled containers to ensure easy access and efficient use. Airtight containers should be used to prevent moisture absorption, spoilage, and pest infestation. Non-food storage. Non-food storage is used for items such as cleaning supplies, utensils, packaging materials, and disposable items. Non-food items should be stored separately from food items to prevent contamination and cross-contamination. Proper shelving and labeling of non-food items ensures easy access and maintain organization in the kitchen. Now, let us get to know about some principles of storage organization. So the first principle is segregation of items. Raw, cooked, and ready-to-eat food must always be stored separately to prevent cross-contamination. Raw meats, poultry, and seafood should be stored below cooked or ready to eat item in refrigerators to prevent drips or contamination. Chemical products, cleaning supplies, and non food items must never be stored with food items to maintain hygiene and safety. Segregation also applies to perishable and non perishable items, ensuring that each type of food receives the storage condition it requires. Now, the second principle is labeling and identification. Every item stored in the kitchen should be clearly labeled with its name, date of receipt, and expiry date. Labeling prevents confusion, reduces error during preparation, and helps in tracking usage. In larger kitchens, color coded labels can indicate different categories such as dairy, meat, vegetables, and bakery items for quick identification. Proper labeling also supports inventory management and allows staff to apply first in first out system effectively. Now the next principle is stock rotation, also called the FIFO method. The first in first out principle ensures that old stock is used before the newer stock. FIFO prevents ingredients from expiring or spoiling, which reduces wastage and saves cost. In dry storage, items should be arranged so that newly received stock is placed behind older stock on shelves. In cold storage, similar rotation practices ensure that perishable items such as dairy or meat are used in proper order. Accessibility. Frequently used items should be stored at eye level or within easy reach for kitchen staff to minimize unnecessary movements. Less frequently used items can be placed on higher or lower shelves. Accessibility also improves workflow efficiency as staff can retrieve ingredients quickly without interrupting preparation processes. Proper organization ensures that staff spend less time searching for items, improving overall kitchen productivity. Cleanliness and hygiene. Storage areas must be clean, well maintained, and free from dust, pests, and spills. Shelves, racks, containers, and floors should be cleaned regularly according to a set schedule. Dirty or cluttered storage areas can lead to contamination, spoilage, and pest infestation. Regular cleaning also supports compliance with food safety regulations such as HACCP and ISO standards. Temperature and environmental control. Dry storage areas should be cool, dry, and well ventilated to prevent molds, moistures, and insect infestation. Cold storage areas must maintain accurate temperature control appropriate for items stored. For example, meat and poultry need 0 to 4 degrees centigrade of temperature, while freezers need minus 18 degrees centigrade or below temperature. Proper ventilation and humidity control extend the shelf life of ingredients and preserve their quality. Temperature monitoring devices and thermometers should be regularly checked for accuracy. Pest control. Storage areas must be protected from rodents, insects, and other pests. Openings should be sealed and items should not be placed directly on the floor. Regular inspection of stored items and surrounding areas helps in early detection of pests. Pest control measures are essential for maintaining food safety, hygiene, and compliance with the health regulation. Inventory management. Maintaining a record of incoming and outgoing stock ensures that ingredients are not overstocked or understocked. Inventory logs or digital inventory systems can track quantities, expiry date, and usage pattern of the food items. Proper inventory management helps in budgeting, ordering, and minimizing wastage. Periodic stock audits ensure that the storage principles are followed consistently. Receiving and dispatch section in the kitchen area. The receiving section is the designated area where all incoming raw materials, ingredients, and supplies are inspected, checked, and temporarily stored before they are moved to storage or preparation areas. The dispatch section is the area where finished dishes, prepared ingredients, or packed meals are organized for delivery to service counters, outlets, or external clients. Together, these sections form the entry and exit points of the kitchen, and their efficiency directly impacts the overall workflow. Now, the receiving section. The receiving section is the first line of the quality control in a kitchen. What are its key functions? All incoming raw materials are checked for freshness, quality, quantity, packaging, and temperature for perishable food items. Delivery invoices, purchase orders, and receipts are verified against the items received to ensure correct quantities and standards. Items are stored according to type, for example, dry, cold, perishable, or non food items, and labeled with the date of receipt, supplier name, and expiry date. Materials are temporarily kept in a designated area before being transferred to a dry storage, cold storage, or preparation areas. Refrigerated and frozen goods are checked with thermometers to ensure they meet required temperature standards. Damaged, spoiled, or substandard items are rejected and properly documented for return or disposal. Now, the dispatch section. Now, the dispatch section handles the movement of finished food or prepared items from kitchen to service areas or external outlets. What are its key functions? Finished dishes are organized according to orders, outlets, or delivery schedules. Food items are portioned accurately, packed hygienically, and labeled clearly for identification and delivery. Hot food is kept at safe temperature while cold food are stored in insulated containers until delivery. This section ensures that delivery personnel or internal staff receive food on time. Updates stock records to account for ingredients used and finished products dispatched. Now, layout considerations. Receiving and dispatch area should be located near the entry and exit points of the kitchen to avoid interference with preparation and cooking zones. There should be clear pathways for the movements of goods, trolleys, and staff. Proper ventilation, light, and drainage are essential to maintain hygiene and prevent spoilage. Storage areas for incoming and outgoing items should be clearly marked and organized for efficiency. Advantages of a well-organized receiving and dispatch. This ensures high-quality ingredients enter the kitchen and safe food reaches customers. Improves kitchen workflow by preventing congestion and delays. And it reduces wastage and losses by carefully inspecting and handling of material. It also enhances the accountability and helps maintain proper record of inventory and audits. And it supports timely service and customer satisfaction by streamlining delivery processes. So friends, this was all from my side in this session. We'll meet again in the next session, which will include the concept of menu planning. Thank you and have a nice day.